Hey everybody, Tony George, DocSports.com. Get yourself a free $60. Get hooked up for football this weekend. Jump on board with a hot Major League Baseball capper right here. Get a free $60 from us. Click the link in the description below. Get over to Docs. It'll take you to a free $60 page, and you can use that to purchase picks on the website. Check out all the free stuff we have for you, all the free plays, all the handicapping tips and techniques. You need to utilize for this upcoming weekend in college and pro football. And of course, videos from a lot of the other handicappers over there as well here on Hump Day. Back to back 7-unit winners. Not going to brag about it, but a huge, huge ordeal. Obviously, my two top plays the last 2 days won by a combined score of 18-2. If that's not dialed in, I don't know what. Cleveland Indians last night, 8-0 winner. Boom! Cubs the night before, 10-2 winner. Boom. 4-unit best bet tonight. This Major League Baseball side play tonight could easily be a 6 or 7-unit play. But I'm not going to press my luck, and I'm going to stay prudent. I'm going to stay low volume. I'm going to stay one pick a day, 4 units or more. Let's put this one in the bank. Let's make $1,800 over the last 3 days, counting today. DocSports.com. Click the link. Go get hooked up. Go get hooked up, guys. This is a solid 4-unit play. Get on it now. And I'll have a free Major League Baseball play for you. We won on Monday night with your free play. Swept on Sunday with free plays. Lost last night. Cardinals, surprising loss last night at Colorado. But nonetheless, we'll bounce back tonight with a free play. It's right here. I got it all written up for you. But first of all, let's take a look at the opening line reports. And it should be interesting to note that I will have a 7-unit play on Sunday in the NFL and a 6-unit play on Saturday in college football. I did the same thing last week with the 7 and the 6, cashed them both. We've cashed our last 5 plays of 6 to 7 units in multiple sports. So, big game hunters wanted this weekend? Come on. Let's get it done. Headed off to the studio, by the way, to shoot the second episode of the Tony George and Scott Spreitzer 10 and 10 show, 10 games in 10 minutes, and 2 free plays out of those 10 plays. And last week, those plays went 2-0. Did you tune in? Well, you should. So let's get it done here. NFL opening line report. These are not picks. These are just initial reactions to the opening lines in the NFL. And let's start out with Tampa Bay, Carolina. And looks like Carolina on Thursday night is laying 6.5 or 7. And the total's around 49. Jameis Winston under QB whisperer Bruce Arians. Not all that, is he? I think he's in the last year of his contract. I'm fairly certain this is going to be his last year. And Cam Newton and the boys ran on the Rams defense for 5-point-something yards per carry. The Rams defense. McCaffrey had a huge day. They put up about 350 yards. I hate Thursday night games. But anyway, Indianapolis, Tennessee. Tennessee destroyed Cleveland last week. Although if you look at the stats, it wasn't all that big of a deal. But they're laying 3, total 44.5 to the Colts. Wish there was a hook. I got 3.5 at Circa right now. Worth the hook on that. Chargers, Detroit. Chargers laying 2.5 at Detroit. Total 47. Chargers. Buffalo, New York Giants. New York Giants catching points at home. Always look for reasons to take home dogs. But can you read between the lines? And bear in mind when I tell you we're looking at these NFL lines, we're just making a couple of comments, like a couple guys drinking a beer, taking a piss over a fence post here. But you always want to look for reasons to take home underdogs in the NFL, especially off a loss. Okay, there's a free tip for you. Let's go down the list. Let's see. Arizona at Baltimore. Baltimore 13.5. And it should be noted that both the biggest favorites on the board last week, Seattle and Who was the other one? Oh, the Eagles. Almost both lost the game outright, and neither one of them covered the spread. You got 13.5 here. Baltimore put up 50-some points against Miami. Arizona off a tie. They looked better in the second half than they did the first half. Uh, don't know. Don't want anything to do with it. 13.5. I can tell you that. Not even tease it down. I don't want anything to do with it. Tease it down, tease it up. No way. I'm not getting me through all the numbers. New England, Miami, I just mentioned, laying 19. No interest whatsoever. But again, the New England Patriots, when laying double digits, the last 10 games have went under in all 10 games. Dallas, Washington, you have Washington at home catching 5 points. Total about 46. And bear in mind, last week, Keenan put up almost 400 yards against a pretty good Eagles defense through the air. Make your nose itch thinking about that. Grab defeat from the jaws of victory. Jacksonville, Houston. Houston at home laying a number around 9.5. Jacksonville's vaunted defense was 3 years ago. Kansas City shredded them last week. I think Watson will shred them, especially off that loss. But, boy, that's a lot of points. Seattle, Pittsburgh. Here's a good game. Pittsburgh's -4. Seattle got badly out-yarded last week. Badly. Won by 1 point. And Pittsburgh off of just an absolute woodshed ass-kicking on national television on the national game against the Patriots. How are they going to respond, and what does Seattle do on the road? When Seattle's an underdog, when I see a stat, 18, 7, and 2 or something the last 27 times they were an underdog with Russell Wilson at the helm. San Francisco, Cincinnati, anybody's ball game there. Thought Cincinnati played extremely well. They're laying less than the fall number of 3 here. San Francisco, Garoppolo likes to throw it to the other team. And that was the theme through training camp and even the preseason and now last week. Just saying. Zach, I think Taylor will do a good job at head coach there once he gets them settled down and gets them on the same page. Well, I'd say that. He's the ex-Nebraska quarterback, so I like him. Minnesota, Green Bay. Green Bay coming out of the gate with 2 of the toughest teams in their division. Chicago, a big win. Minnesota, what did they give up? 27 first downs last week and only had 17 or 18 themselves and still won that game and dominated it. Let's see, what is Rodgers, or not Rodgers, the Packers, their last 12 home openers, 9-2-1 against the spread. Kansas City, Oakland, Kansas City laying a big number on the road. Here, Oakland looked good against a bad team the other night. This is going to be one of my top plays of the weekend. I'll reserve comment. New Orleans at LA Rams. Check this one out. Marquee matchup. Scott Spicer and I break it down. Not only is it part of our 10 and 10 video series, it will also be this week's marquee matchup, and we'll do about a 5-minute breakdown on this game for you. NFC Championship revisited, obviously the biggest game of the day. And, of course, Chicago, Denver, opened up at Denver -1. Now Chicago's 2.5. 2.5-point line swing. 3.5-point line swing. Home dog. Did Denver look as discombobulated as anybody on the planet? Especially their play calling. Terrible. And Oakland, better than advertised. I don't know if their defense is that good because Denver's offensive line has been an issue the last couple seasons. I understand maybe their tackle's out even for this game. He got hurt in the Monday night game. Short week. And Chicago's had added time because they played a Thursday ago. That defense against a struggling offense. Hello! Philadelphia, Atlanta. This is going to be an interesting game. 1.5-point to 2-point favorite on the road for the Eagles, who came back in the second half last week and looked like world beaters. They looked like an absolute zero dunce sitting in the corner with the hat on facing the wall in the first half against a very bad Washington team. And Atlanta out-yarded, out-first downed, outdid everything except the scoreboard where Minnesota put them away last week. That was my top play. Tough call. And the Monday Night Football game, Jets and Cleveland. Cleveland currently laying 2.5. Didn't look that good against the Titans. It's going to take that team time to gel. And the Jets, debacle against the Bills. Thank God, because I had the Bills for your free play last Sunday and in a teaser. Talk about that one later in the week. Let's get to your free play today. And this would be the Philadelphia Phillies at home against the red-hot Atlanta Braves. And I am not going to go, I don't think I'm saying this name right, Kuchel or Keachel. He's only allowed 3 runs in 4 starts over 25 innings. Eflin, 2-12 in his last 14 starts against losing teams. Obviously, Atlanta off a rare loss, 10-1 run, lost last night, -130, 135. Give me the Braves tonight for your free play in Major League Baseball. That's the NFL line report. 4-unit best bet over Docs. Get ready. All football will be out Thursday with 2 top plays. Get on it. And let's continue the big run here, units-wise, in the Major League Baseball ranks. We're going to close strong and head in the playoffs with a full head of steam, boys.